Trash Kings intro too. Even sexier, even more jazz. Hey guys and dolls, and welcome to the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I'm your host, Adam Edwards, and I've got just a few quick notes for you before we dive in. New episodes of the podcast go up every Tuesday morning, with video versions premiering on YouTube at 1 p.m. Central the same day. We record on Thursday nights, so give us a follow on Instagram or Twitter at Trash Movie Kings to see what we're watching. That way, you'll be up to speed when the episode releases on Tuesday. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, our email address is trashmoviekings@gmail.com, so go ahead and drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. Alright, with that out of the way, let's jump in.
You know what I hate is like when people are like, hey, whatever floats your water. Water floats my boat. You don't even have to finish the sentence.
Whatever floats your boat.
What else floats your boat? What else floats boats?
Water ever floats your boat.
I mean, it could be cum, I guess.
That's about as ridiculous.
If anybody listening ever decides that they want to host a podcast, I want you to listen to this right now.
Like, nobody just sells
notes.
And think very deeply about whether or not you actually want to do this.
This is also what watching the movie felt like.
What do you have for me this time? Hacking into the stock market, closing down a bank, fixing an election. It's all easy.
Right on.
What a bunch of trash.
All right, everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Trash Movie Kings podcast. I'm your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, we've got Joseph Graham. Joey, how are you?
Hi, I'm okay.
Okay, good. Apocalypse Howl.
Live from 7 stories under Dolce.
7 stories under Dolce.
Mm-hmm.
Sweets. Or 12?
Dolce.
What? Vita?
Dolce Vita? Dolce
Boca
Gabbana?
Vista?
All right, let me try that
Pizza
again.
place?
Introduce me again.
Apocalypse Howl, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. Coming to you guys live from 7 stories under the Denver airport.
Okay.
Much better. Justin Petty. JP, how are you?
That would be an underground port. I'm good. Hi, guys.
You just can't help yourself. And special guest this week, JD Karpicki. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Show. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Welcome. Hey, let JD pimp your show. Is that coming?
Yeah.
Next week?
Oh, yeah. So when is this coming out?
I'll put it
Next
out
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Okay, so that'll be, oh, wow. So if you're listening to this right now on March 1st, there's a show tonight at Wolves Den. It's called Bull Cuts. And we have local Houston filmmakers show some of their earliest work. And we have professional comedians roast that, like Mystery Science Theater style. And then they show a piece that they're working on now. Like Joey and Justin have been on. They showed a clip of Dickhead and some other great stuff. So yeah, and if you're not listening to it on March 1st, just check row7films.com. We have a full schedule. Like once a month we do this show. So it's a lot of fun.
Maybe I'll try to edit that at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. Okay.
Who are you roasting this time?
Well, we have Adam Castillo, Andrew Madonio, and Carrie Ann Parker.
So yeah, this week we watched Scanner Cop from 1994, directed by Pierre David. As we found out, this is the 4th installment of the Scanners franchise. I didn't know that there was more than one Scanners until tonight, so that's cool. So yeah, like I said, directed by Pierre David, who was actually one of the executive producers of most Cronenberg films, it turns out. He has 270 some odd producer credits on IMDb, so he gets around.
All Canadian, I assume.
All Canadian. A lot of them are in French. So, probs. Um,
Disgusting.
yeah. So, Scanner Cop. Does anybody know what we watched or like what happened? Want to kind of try to explain it?
Justin?
Um,
Hmm.
I honestly I don't remember anything that happened until like the 20-minute mark.
Well, so before the 20-minute mark, we basically have like some burnout guy and his son, and it's like cops show up and they try to arrest him for some reason. I don't know why they're there.
Yeah. Seems like
And
just
the
a noise
kid-
complaint, but then they're like, "Holy shit!" You know.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And then the kid scans them and kills them, I think. But they kill the dad.
Seems to be a family scan, like a family issue.
Family affair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at one
And
point, doesn't he
so-
look at the kid and the kid like starts scanning and they're like, "Oh, okay." Like the
Yeah.
the revealing in this movie is really sloppy too. Because I think they don't show us how any of that happens till like 30 or 40 minutes in.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's this witch.
Skipping right along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's a setup. It's like kind of just what a drug-addled dad who is actually a scanner has a scanner kid, and they're busting. I don't know why. Is he just screaming and then the cops show up? I don't know. Like, I guess there's an indication of some kind of domestic violence
Yeah.
happening. Regardless, he has little babies coming out of his head, so that's an issue.
Yeah.
And then you get the dad, I guess, dies. Does he get shot by the cops?
Yeah, he gets
shot. Okay,
Does
and
that mean-
then we get son of Scanner guy, like son of the mask, starring Jamie Kennedy. He doesn't fight. He fights back against the cops, but they're like, stop, and he does, because I guess he's still impressionable child.
Mm.
And then flash forward, I suppose, like 10, 15 years in the future, he's like a mid-20s maybe police officer.
Everyone else is
He's
the
a
same
rookie.
age.
Yeah, no one else ages. It just
Is the scanning ability hereditary?
yes, I believe that is kind of the deal from the original Scanners movie.
Are we to believe that he's a descendant of one of the original from the movie?
I
Right.
guess
I don't remember
so.
character names, so I don't
I
know
mean-
if there was a nod to that at all.
There's been two other Scanner movies in between the original and this one, so I don't know really what's going on. From what I remember of the first one, it just kind of ends pretty open ended that scanners exist. I know they all figure out that the ephemeral drug is the thing creating them, and also in this movie and maybe in the original, it's also the thing that keeps them at bay or keeps their thoughts from going like too haywire. It's to where they can kind of control it. So it's both creating them and also their necessary drug for kind of regular functionality, I think.
Right. And so in this one, like before we jump forward to the present day, I guess, when the kid is all aged up, he is taken into custody by the police, and one police officer takes him to like a mental hospital, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really skipped over this
Right.
deranged mental hospital where the cops are just like, yeah, these people seem to know what they're talking about, but it looks like Jacob's Ladder, like
Oh,
creepy.
yeah.
It could be, I mean, it probably isn't piss stained film, but it very well could be like that sort of grungy 90s mental hospital vibe. It like is just it's maybe a step away from that whole kind of look. But yeah, then we have this doctor with great hair
Oh yeah.
prescribing the kid pills, which I suppose are the ephemeral,
Mhm.
but it all seems
And the kid
very
is-
dubious.
The kid is strapped down, but then he also at some point has his hands are totally free to like lift up his shirt for reasons I don't think they explained.
Oh fuck, I do remember
But,
Kid Pop Top. That was the first thing I remember.
Yeah. Justin walks in and a kid pops up and we're all like, oh, a breast of a child. So that's
This is the first B of the movie.
a B, I guess.
Cut that.
Cut that. Let's. But yeah.
So yeah, they go through the most insane asylum you've ever seen. The kid gets prescribed, I guess, ephemeral, and then we jump forward 15 or so years. The kid's all grown up, and he's a cop.
And he's pointing guns at people's head on his first day of work.
I hope you don't expect any special treatment.
No, sir. Never did.
Good. Kid, you picked one hell of a time to be a cop.
Oh no, he dropped his billy club.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, that would have been amazing.
He just blew his head off.
It's not a true Trash Kings movie unless that happens. So.
Yeah.
Like a shotgun. Like
Yeah. And then what? God, I don't know.
And then I don't really know. Like, he just does cop things.
Well, yeah.
I
It
guess
was
it's
implied
like,
that he was raised by that cop that took him in, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because I
Who
don't. I
ended
think
up
he
being
calls
his
him dad
partner?
at one point.
No, not his partner.
No.
So it introduces a new element to the whole Scanners story, I guess. I don't know anything that happened. I've never seen Scanners 2 or 3.
Got a
But
real Mindhunter vibe, but
Yeah.
Guess what
94.
happens is like a CIA brainwashing kind of type thing.
That's an MK
happening.
Ultra vibe. Yeah.
What the fuck,
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Apocalypse
Mike
is
just
doing
put a
magic
pencil up
tricks
his
for our
nose.
audio
He was just-
audience.
Ooh. It's
Another
magic.
scanner
Did you just
trick.
did Apocalypse do magic?
Yeah.
Apocalypse is doing magic.
I wasn't looking at his face. I missed it. I'm sad now.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh,
No, no,
God,
no.
He just severed his finger.
What the fuck? Put
Wiggling.
that back on. Put that back on.
Did.
We're talking about Scanner Cop.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
y'all are
Christ.
just. I don't even think we're past the first 20 minutes.
But this is what
We just
us
got to get
watching
it all
was
laid
like.
down.
Well, yeah,
It's gonna,
Mike,
yeah.
it hasn't been 20 minutes yet.
right.
You're sitting time.
Anyway, there's all these like kind of random people. Some of them, they're all like associated with cops in some way, like whether they're either married to a cop or they're the
Mhm.
custodian at a police
Mhm.
thing, or they're an informant on the street, I think.
Yeah, but so this witch is like sneaking up on them with perfume, and it's like some sort of chloroform thing.
Right.
And
And
then
it's
they take
making
them back.
How would you know what it is?
I don't.
Did you Google it?
It's just a guess. No.
It's not chloroform because you have to hold a rag over people's face when chloroform.
You're
Yeah,
right.
so
Not if
we're-
it's in aerosol form.
Yeah.
They would have to breathe it in.
Siri, how much chloroform do I need?
And that wasn't an aerosol. That was like a spray bottle.
How much
Yeah.
chloroform do you need to actually put somebody out? Can it be a couple of sprays
3.2
from
ounces.
Hey
A
Google, how much
perfume
chloroform
bottle.
do I need to knock somebody out?
Okay, is Google answering?
The mean lethal oral dose for an adult is estimated at 45 grams, 1.6 ounces. Do you want a little more context?
Now
Yes.
tell her,
Wow.
tell her, no.
So now
you
Justin's on a list.
tell her you were
Uh,
asking for a Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
Oh,
the
boy.
audience doesn't have that same functionality.
Yeah, everybody that's listening to this on speakers, like their Google's going
Every
fucking
Google
crazy.
person,
Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
I know.
What's happening? Okay,
He's
Apocalypse
scanning
is
him.
holding up his.
Oh.
Oh, he did more
Oh.
magic tricks.
Oh.
Magic.
It seems appropriate for the scanners.
Mike, we need
what?
to know.
What?
Holy shit,
Oh.
man.
Your magic is working really well.
It's great on
YouTube.
Zoom, also. I mean,
Or Zoom.
Mike,
or
I will
whatever.
just tell you that my mind is blown.
Is it?
blown.
Okay.
My mind is freaked
Like
right
it's
now.
about to be, man. I'm edging.
Anyways,
My mind is edging so hard.
We went to
All
the insane
So-
clown hospital, and then
So it turns out that these people that are associated with the cops in some way, they're having these visions or like these kind of psychotic breaks where they're seeing threatening images and then murdering innocent people because they think that they're threats.
innocent cops. Well, innocent.
Well,
cops.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
so let me ask you a question. Were there any correlations between the cops that were being killed and cops that had been to this insane asylum who are not involved? And maybe
Don't
they were
know.
being like,
Did
I
anyone
have
pick up
no
a
idea.
motivation? because that is a good question.
Wait, I want.
Why
yeah.
were the cops being killed? Because we watched a movie where a lot of cops were being killed not that long ago. But the
I've got a
motivation
hypothesis.
it was Ninja 3, right?
No, it was
Yeah, we never
after
found.
Yes.
There was no motivation. We never found motivation.
No, in not in this movie, but in Ninja 3, it's
No, it was a
definitely
movie
all
we
the
watched
cops
after
that
Ninja
tried to kill him.
Yeah, don't try to kill a ninja.
And
That's
then
the
the
motivation.
woman who becomes the ninja is after all the cops, and they kill a bunch of them in the spas and whatnot. That's what happens. That's what happens in that movie. This movie, however, yeah, a bunch of cops died, but I have no clue why.
I think it's because they knew what he looked like as a kid, or they know him from as a kid, but they also knew he was a cop, so they didn't know which cop he was as an adult. He
Wait, do you
doesn't
think
have
they're
the same
trying to
last name.
kill that guy? So they're just trying to kill all the cops?
They were trying to kill the scanner guy. That was the whole reason they tried to capture him, right?
Oh, they're after him.
Oh, so they didn't even know
Because
who
he's
it
the one
was?
that they
Oh, this
captured
makes
at the
less
end,
sense.
right? Like the whole
no
reason.
idea.
The whole reason that
That would
movie
make
exists
sense.
is because
That
they
would
were
make
trying
sense.
to capture him.
Okay, so in an effort to kill one singular cop with the scanner abilities, they're just going to murder every single cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
missed that. I
okay.
totally missed that.
like
Because at the
whack-a-mole.
end, remember the guy comes home to the girl, the lady who's chopping the iceberg lettuce, and
Mhm.
she's fine. And then he shows her the badge, and then she
Yeah.
freaks out. So
Right, and
something
she
triggers.
imagines that he's an alien or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Which is
the
cool.
witch,
Which is cool.
because the witch takes them to the lab with the guy with the fake face. We'll get to him in a minute.
Which
And
Which fake face guy?
the guy with the
The
guy
Henry
with
Winkler
the
guy.
plate. Yeah, that's him.
Plate guy, yeah.
And they
Henry
show them
Winkler.
these. All they do is inject them, and then they show like a cop, and then a scary thing, and then a cop, and then a scary thing. Very Clockwork Orange style. And then that's it. That's all it takes for them to have that ability.
Yeah, I assume they're loading them up with some other kind of narcotic or something, some
Yeah.
sort of other brain thing. They're not making them into scanners,
No.
but they are brain controlling them, and that's kind of what these movies. That's like the baseline of these films is
Mhm.
mind control and stuff like this.
Very low level mind control.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about
How would you know?
boiling
Because-
boiling semen
Dr. Pinchot wasn't
so
even
much that it was
Like-
hard to focus on the plot.
Doctor Who wasn't in it, Apocalypse?
God damn it,
Pinchot.
Adam.
Sorry if my dog is making all that.
Doctor
noise.
what?
Dr.
No.
Pinchot from Firestarter.
Oh, sorry. It was just like the things kept, but like there was a doctor with a pin in his head. So
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Dr. Pinhead.
Oh,
Dr.
yeah, the
Pinhead.
doctor from the onset when the child version of Son of Scanner goes to the insane asylum eventually ends up in like kind of a weird
Retirement home.
Cialis commercial.
Yeah.
I guess it gets to the old Scanner movie that the ephemeral itself. Oh shit! There's a pin in his head.
Oh.
Damn.
Don't need that cane anymore.
He's like walking
Put a
on
pin in this
sunshine now.
conversation. I'll be
It's like a Cialis commercial.
He is feeling it.
Just stab that motherfucker in the ear.
rock hard.
He's got like that. He's got that old guy Viagra Cialis smile.
Why is Bob so happy?
Yes,
Bob's swinging dong.
Bob is. Who knows? Why? But why did he want to kill that doctor? I guess because that doctor was trying to help scanner people, and this guy just wanted all the scanners to die. Maybe.
Oh, I
I
think
don't know.
because
thought
he
the
wanted to
doctor
escape
was-
the hospital. And he had to kill a doctor to escape.
Oh, so he
Oh, I
was.
guess so.
The doctor was like his caretaker, and he was out. They
He's
were
a
out on,
scanner
like,
too, right?
recess or whatever he was in his outside time, but he had to have a doctor with him
Yeah.
so that
Okay.
he had
And then so he
supervision.
brought a fake cane. That it's a long game. He's been
somehow
doing.
this cane's, he's
It's a
had this
long
cane for like
game.
15 years.
Surprise, I never needed it.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Oh,
Willy
so
Wonka at
The
everybody.
Let me borrow
prosthetics were
your
actually
pen
just
real
like a
quick.
plot point. He just put on prosthetic makeup every morning to make himself look older, and he had a fake
Oh.
cane.
And the plate, he had to cover that up.
Oh yeah.
I wish
You do
we
makeup
had
every day to
caught
cover that up.
more of his motivation. I do wish we had caught that. Maybe we could cut that in.
There were a couple minutes where we just talked about the Matrix. people in 28 years are going to be like, "Oh, they made a fourth Matrix movie."
Yeah,
It's just like we're watching Scanner
that
Cop.
one.
The night I tried to watch it was the day after they took it off
9/11?
the streaming service. I went to HBO Max and I was like, well, I guess it's not here now.
Fucking classic, Justin.
I was so excited. I had already made like popcorn and I was like, I was pumped.
Right, we
The
talked
new one.
about a lot of other things.
I
during
saw
that
no transitioning.
My favorite part was
No problem.
when he was scanning through those documents really quickly. Like half there, it's more that he's actually a scanner that is a cop. Oh, he's a speed reader too. Hold on a second. Oh, he's scanning really quickly.
Just scanning the documents. real
Scanner
quick.
cop. I told you that's what this is about. It has nothing to do with scanners.
He's just a cop
just
that's
how
really good at
fast-
paperwork.
Skimmers.
Skimmer cop.
He
Roger
reads as
Ebert
fast.
says.
He reads as fast as Johnny Five.
He's a fucking Xerox
wow.
machine.
Yeah, that was an
Man.
interesting twist to the
It's very on the
scanner
nose.
mythos.
Yeah, it's real.
Is that he
real
actually
meta.
just scans
Do you remember?
documents real fast.
Remember in Short Circuit where Johnny Five
More
was-
input.
Yeah, he reads. That's all I was thinking about.
They should have called it
becomes
police scanner. That would
really good.
Oh,
Police scanner. Actually,
Why didn't they call this movie
That's
police
a better
scanner?
name.
that's the low hanging fruit.
Even police scan would have been. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is
I wonder
what
if Police
Scanners
Scanner
4. This
is already a
Scanner
movie.
cop.
probably yeah.
I mean,
Scanner cop.
It doesn't
they probably
matter.
thought about
I
it.
don't-
They probably
like-
thought about it.
No way.
You can't copy
I
that
bet they
to
did, and they were
remakes.
like, "It's not obvious enough that it's a Scanners movie."
hmm Time Cop, I think, came out like a year before. Probably.
Yeah,
I think
cop
Time
was
Cop
like a
is the
cool
same year.
word to say. People
Yeah.
liked saying "cop" in the '90s.
Cop.
They
Cop.
were really on the
RoboCop.
clock with this movie.
That was all it took for some guys to go to the movie. They're just like cop. Yeah, okay. You know, like I think
Perfect.
back then you just buy a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens? There's like a witch and this guy
there's-
that is trying to kill the the fucking scanner guy. And somehow or
Her
another-
secret entrance to her lair is like this little diamondy floating lever that they pull.
Oh yeah,
she-
it's a very cool layer. It's like a club.
And then
like an
later on,
industrial club.
he has to scan to find which one it is, and there's only like 6 of them. So he does his little like his clenching scanner hemorrhoid maker face, and then
Oh yeah.
and then he finally finds it. But you could have just pulled all of them in that time.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have just done that.
Didn't they establish like one of them was a? Oh no! The trapdoor is what he wanted, wasn't it?
No, so
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say is
Oh.
that this movie does have a trap door, which we haven't seen before.
Yeah, trapdoors are cool.
So each of those,
Um,
if he had pulled any of the wrong ones, something bad would have happened.
Yeah, he like could have gotten slime.
got it.
You never know.
Yeah.
Like
It would have been great. If,
Slime would have been great.
It would have been great if the trap door like made him fall into a boardroom.
A giant
Yeah.
boxing glove comes out of the wall and hits him
Right.
in the nose.
No,
Yeah,
someone
hell
comes
yeah.
in and they say, which one is it? And he goes, I don't know. And then the slime comes down. Like that would
yeah.
You can't
And then
say I
Mark
don't know.
Wiener comes out.
Yeah.
Wait, was his last name Wiener? Mark? I don't think his last name.
Mark Wiener, yeah. Not Mark Summers. That's a different Nickelodeon guy.
Mhm.
Mark Wiener is also a Nickelodeon guy, though.
I was just
From
following the
Wienerville.
lineage.
Mm.
But yeah, I guess they somehow find their guy and they try to kill him, and then there's like a big like he does some astral projection or some shit.
Yeah.
And there's like kind of a real scary scene where you see like
It's like the insane asylum.
boobs. It's like the
Mhm.
insane asylum on steroids.
Mhm.
There's
It's
like
it's
somebody's,
cool.
like,
I
their
don't understand.
brain is
it.
out, and somebody's like
Oh,
extracting
yeah.
parts of their brain,
And he's going, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
Ooh, we have
Ow.
brains. We have
What
brains.
the fuck is happening? Those are doctors, right?
I don't know, but they should have put him under for that one. I think.
Oh, that guy's like, the world is a vampire.
There's like a man with his head in a cage. There's like all kinds of crazy shit going on.
Yeah.
Did y'all
Yeah.
ever see Insidious?
I did not.
I haven't seen it.
If
I
you
just saw
if
the
you
red
break
line.
open someone's head and you're like operating on the brain, first thing you do is disconnect the pain receptor.
If you're, not
So that way,
sadistic. If you're
that way
nice,
you,
right? If
so
you're
that
not
way
an
you can
asshole.
have like a regular conversation with them while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, so like those.
Okay.
I think
And
first thing you do is the
yeah.
chloroform spray. Then then you cut the head
right
off.
on the brain.
First, the chloroform spray.
Right.
Pour chloroform on the brain.
No,
Yeah.
there's What I mean, and then
so they
they-
astral project, they go through the thing, and
Mhm.
then he finds Henry Winkler, who is somehow involved in all of this shit. I don't really know.
yeah.
Who then tries to impersonate a surgeon doing surgery on his adoptive father, I think. Is that who's on the table?
Yeah, I believe so, but I don't know why. Maybe he got
And then-
injured in a
Is Henry
previous scene.
Winkler his father?
Potentially.
Did his father actually die? Was that established?
I think he prevents his death, right? That's
Well,
like
his
the-
bio dad dies. Yeah.
His
bio dad
biological
shot by
dad's
death.
long dead.
Yeah.
This is his adopted father
trying to
who
figure
he
out if,
saves
like-
at the end.
Maybe Henry Winkler was like his dad coming back or something.
No.
No.
Yeah, because it
They
seemed like the
established what
witch
it was.
worked for him, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
he
When-
worked for him in some
hires the
capacity.
witch.
When they astral project, he had her like on the ground, right? I'm saying that wrong, but like because he was
and then
he was
they chase
scanning
each
her.
other into the
Yeah.
into the insane asylum, but the insane asylum seems not real. I don't know.
If anybody's wondering, this is how watching the movie feels like.
Yeah, it's
There's a lot of fade outs.
it's not
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
It's just
Random fade-outs.
confusing.
We'll cut to a scene for 3 seconds and then fade out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah, that happened a
whenever
couple
that
times.
scene that they fade to black on, they had the perfect opportunity for some practical effects that would, you could have done.
Oh
some-
yeah, when they're about to cut it, somebody
and then they just don't show anything.
and then they just
You're
cut
like,
away.
What a waste.
Mhm.
It's like this ripped doctor and some hot nurse, right?
Yeah,
Joey
that's
Joey
basically it.
really remembers this movie.
No, I don't. I just remember vaguely, like vague pieces of it. It's like strange.
Scene looked like a like one of those wrestling promo bits that they used to do. Like they would have sets and do like a fake scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that village, like it was like a house, and then like a Capitol building, and then an oil rig, and then like they had all these like random.
It had like a rather weird scenes and that
Fucking oil
scene
derrick in the
downtown.
background. Like, what the fuck was that
Yeah.
all about?
and it was just coming out of the landscape like this. Like it
Yeah, it was just
sort of-
in someone's
like an
backyard.
animatronic.
It was just like that's normal, and we were like,
Weird.
"What? Is this
Anybody look up
Canada
where
or
they shot
Mexico
this?
or where the fuck did they actually shoot this movie?" Because there's some scenes that are clearly LA, but they could definitely be stock footage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Well, there
the
was
hill-
a
the
California
hills
flag in
are
that guy's
weird.
office. So.
Well, it's got to be
Well,
California.
they're weird because they have eyes.
Well, we
Ah.
it was funny. We were talking about. We were like, "Isn't this shot in Canada?" And then the guy goes, "I'm sorry," and then we and that
Yeah.
It was immediately.
that
I just assume it's Canada because it's Scanner movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like we were talking about who owns Scanners. I have no idea. If
Well, I
it's
think
an
we
American
like
studio
established
or-
that the producer of Scanners is the one who made this third one.
Yeah, he's one of the producers, yes.
So he
Right, he was
probably
really
has
riding
some
it
sort
out.
of rights to it.
Well, I don't
That
know
was
if
his
that's
deal.
necessarily true, but he's definitely got hired to make a direct-to-video fourth installment.
Mhm.
I don't know if he owns the rights. It's just,
I wonder, did he have to like pitch this to Cronenberg? I guess.
I
was wondering how that would go.
There's so
I'm
many.
sure he had to sign off
I'll be
on
back.
it in some capacity, but
He's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
Dave," and he's like, "Call me David." You know, all right. So I got this movie.
call me
idea.
Mr. Cronenberg.
Don't actually talk to me.
So, okay, so eventually, son of Scanner kills Henry Winkler, and then he like blows his plate out of his head.
There's a hubcap in his head.
Oh yeah,
Really
he
popped his
thinks
top.
he's preventing the scanning thing, which I always assumed was just through all parts of the brain, but
Mhm.
this movie seems to think that it's just one side
Just
of your
one
head,
side, yeah.
and then it can be protected with a hubcap.
And I love how the surgeon he's impersonating is just like washing his hands, and he comes right behind him and just like stabs him or something. Or no, he does the spray on him, doesn't he?
No, he
I don't remember.
hits him with the syringe, but he does
Yeah.
have the same stealth tactic that the witch has earlier in the movie, which is I'm going to wear all black in a brightly lit
broad
environment, and no one will see me.
Yeah.
So it's not great. But yeah, eventually Son of Scanner kills the guy, and I guess everyone lives happily ever after.
Oh man, he looks
Oh, nice. Hey, it's like candle wax.
Yeah.
And now we know why he had so much latex on his face.
Yeah.
Does the metal plate stop the scanning sometimes?
But now it doesn't look like he has latex on his face.
Oh.
Well, because they're using it.
Imagine doing take after take of this scene.
Wow.
He blew the metal plate out?
It's a gender reveal.
It's a boy.
It's
Oh,
brains.
it's blood. Oh no.
Like he starts taking his ephemeral again.
Yeah, he
Right,
goes back to
and
work and he's like,
He goes back
first
to
day
work.
on
He
the
just
job.
goes back to work so they can make, I guess,
Scanner Cop 2.
Scanner
Police
5.
Scanners 4,
scanners.
Scanner Cop 2.
Yeah.
Well, no, this one
Scanner's
is
5.
4. The Scanner's 5.
Yeah, Scanners
Scanner
5,
Cop.
Scanner Cop 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
yeah.
That's pretty much the movie. Yeah, it's a tight 90.
it's a tight 90.
Just
It was, yeah.
Maybe
You know,
not originally.
I'm going to go on
but
record here.
this
And this is going to
YouTube
be
version.
shocking for a lot of people, but this movie could have been longer.
I think so.
I wouldn't have been mad about that.
Mhm. More head
Just an extra
explosions.
10 minutes of
Yeah, more gangsters
Wackiness.
and ghouls and
Mhm.
the
And
Vietnamese,
gangsters.
the Viet Cong,
Yeah, the Viet Cong were in it.
Yeah, the Viet Cong were in there.
and aliens. That was,
Yes.
I think the
Ugh, are y'all still talking about Scanner Cop?
We're back to Matrix though. So
cool.
that part with the
Oh, I was looking at my notes and I thought I saw boiling gun and I was like, did they
Nope.
boil a
Nope.
gun? No,
Nope.
it's cum.
Yeah.
you made sure to note boiling
I just
cum.
I just wrote the C and it kind of looks like a G.
what part of the movie inspired this conversation? I don't remember that. I remember the conversation.
He didn't take the movie to have this inspired
Yeah.
conversation.
Oh man, we might
definitely
need some
was
props. Do we have
Yeah, let's give props. Props
No,
to metal,
Oh,
props
no.
to plate believing in plates.
tectonic plates?
Don't exist.
Yep.
Because you can't see them. Therefore,
See 'em.
Have you ever seen them? I didn't think so.
True.
yeah. Does anyone have a favorite part?
Oh, man.
We touched on a few of them that I think are cool.
I do like the end where you were like pointing out how, oh wow, she has such a big mouth, like it's abnormal. But like she was like really laughing, and it kind of felt like all of a sudden Lair the White Worm set like just rolled out onto the keep, lighting, and it was just like it was just strange because it felt like what we were watching acting wise didn't match the cinematography.
Yeah, that part of the movie, it feels very, very different from the rest of everything to me.
That's where it should have been longer.
You know,
I
in
would've liked more of that.
Suspiria, whenever she finds the like the last scene when it's her versus the
Oh
demon,
yeah,
and like that
Tilda
kind of
Swinton,
lighting
Tilda Swinton,
and just
Tilda
like that
Swinton.
that feel like the whole room is just in
She
one
finally gets in the
tone
bedroom.
light. Yeah, it all
when
of a
she's-
sudden became that feel, and none of the other parts of the movie were like that.
Well, she's like against the wall and sneaking through like that like passageway to find the. This is the original Suspiria.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, there was a lot of wonky, like weird lighting in the original.
Oh,
There
for
was
sure.
a lot at the
Well, that's what
end,
I'm
but, like, it
saying.
wasn't
Yeah,
always
this
at the end.
movie This movie, but yeah, like specifically that ending part, because I think even that ending part has like a lot of blue in it compared to the rest of the film.
Yeah.
There was nothing made poorly in this film.
No, this is like a fine direct to video. Like
I had a lot
horror
of fun with
thriller cop movie.
Yeah. And honestly,
almost
like
is-
the effects are way better than any direct to video like should have. Like
Oh
the
yeah, when
effects
that
are
third
really-
baby
except-
like pops through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, like that was probably my favorite part, was like the baby's
Mhm.
popping out of the head, which happens in the
Mhm.
first 5-10 minutes of the film, but it's pretty excellent as far as effects go. And interesting
Solid
idea.
Second place.
And
After
it is
Things.
it's an interesting what?
It's a solid second place on effects after Things, probably.
Shut up about things.
No, whenever
Talking
the
about things tonight.
what are those things called that they go
Oh, the
Where they show
defibrillator.
the when
Yeah.
those
When he made it fly through the air.
defibrillators
The
flew
stop
across
motion,
the air when
Yeah,
he
with
scanned them across
some-
the air. That
yeah,
was
some Sam Raimi shit.
Oh, yeah,
like
And
that
they
is like
flew
they were-
really straight, so you know they had them on like wires. As they make it quick, just make it quick.
Yeah.
oh the things
that
you
was
could do
good.
on film.
I like the
Oh, I
part.
guess it
Things
was wires.
You can do.
I thought it was stop motion.
Yeah, there's
Maybe,
stop
or
motion.
maybe
Oh,
some-
oddly-
The
Cool
stop
in this
motion when
movie,
his head falls off or whatever.
Yeah,
That
like
was,
when his
that was
hair
melted.
falls off and then
Yeah.
his head.
boils.
It like eats itself. Wait, that's
Is that
that's
where
what,
you-
that's
is that
when
where
we
ice
started
cream?
talking about boiling cum.
No, we talked about
that
it
was-
way.
Oh, we talked about that way
earlier in the film.
Yeah.
Oh, that brought it
Yeah.
back up because then Joey was like, "Is it
302?
just gonna burn at that?"
Oh yeah, we did.
310.
What was the temperature for boiling cum?
300
I believe
something
it's
degrees.
310 degrees
302, something like that.
I
Yeah,
closed the
300
tab.
point
So I don't know. It's gone.
5.
Well, that's gone. I guess we'll never know.
It's like
Hey, Siri.
150 degrees Celsius.
Oh shoot, Siri said
For the
something. Nothing.
Canadians.
Just kidding, Siri.
I think my favorite part was like earlier on. I think it's it's Scanner Cop. He's like in a parking lot at night, and then the guy that looks like Angel from Dexter shows up, and they're like trying to mug him, and he scans them to the point that they do backflips through the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
That was
cool,
really cool.
stunt. Wire stunt, I guess.
Actually,
Yeah.
I would like to watch that stunt again.
Actually,
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
roll that right
Yeah.
back. Let's watch it right
Do
now.
we have a clip? It looks like something's happening off screen for sure.
He's like,
Like he's percolating.
Oh shit!
Wow.
You know who that looks like Angel from Dexter, the other guy, this guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that was great.
One more
what a
time.
stunt.
One more time. Let's flip that guy one more time.
It looks like something's happening off screen for sure.
He's like,
Like he's percolating.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Wow, that was great. The second time I really
man.
noticed.
Yeah, I liked it.
So good,
Should we do it
y'all.
a third?
Yeah.
Should we do it a third? I think
Hey.
we should do it one more time.
flip that
Do it one
clip.
more.
I think something's happening off screen for sure.
He's like,
Like he's percolating.
Oh!
Man, that's just
Oh,
it's
wild.
getting better. It's
Third
like
time's
it's
the
like it's
charm.
new
Oh.
each time.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's similar to that shot where he flies through that apartment wall too. Do we have that? I think that was on a wire too.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. Stop motion, huh? I'm just still not convinced.
And then he came.
Do we have...
Play that back.
Play that
Play
footage.
that back. Play that back.
Sorry, we talked about cum a lot.
We did.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Um,
It's
hey, oh,
very
yeah.
juvenile of us. Very, very juvenile.
We were speaking from scientific standards.
Yes, we
It's
were interested in
curiosity,
the
yeah.
science of how
Hey,
you would make boil cum. It just seems like it would cook before it would boil. And it's, we got to the bottom of it, but I don't want to rehash
We
it.
also successfully Googled chloroform.
Chloroform.
Yeah, we
one of
Googled
us did.
chloroform.
That was
added-
awkward.
Yeah.
because Russia might invade to the end
Right.
of our Google
Right.
search, and
Obviously.
and I don't think anybody's going to care because everyone's pretty worried about that.
Mhm.
So it just seems pretty natural for the NSA or whoever's looking.
You know, I just thought
They're
about this,
busy.
but like when people are like, okay, boomer, but we should call boomers people that blow like hardcore loads.
Wait, what? Why?
like that dude's a boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Okay.
Because he
Those
blows
fucking boomers?
loads.
Like hardcore ones.
You want to change boomer to a compliment?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Yeah,
Wait,
We're
you
changing.
Yeah.
You're here to hear first.
No, we're
folks.
cutting
Yeah.
this. Cut that.
No, that's not being cut. We're changing boomer. It's no longer. It's no longer a pejorative.
Say hello to my
It
boomer
is
stick.
now a compliment for your gigantic cummies.
Loads. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't wait till somebody uses that term and I just turn to them. You know what that
Thank
really
you very
means,
much.
right?
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I don't want to ever talk about this again.
this
Cut that,
is an
cut that.
Should be the
episode.
caption for this episode. You want to know what okay boomer really means? Check this out.
If we didn't put the titles of the episode or the movies in the episode and we just named them something random, that would be the title. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Gummies.
Just called come.
No, what does boomer really mean?
That would get clicks.
Find
It's a
out
pretty
here.
loaded podcast.
Okay.
To the
No, oh,
bees,
yeah,
I
Lots
guess.
of makeup
favorite-
on that.
Oh
one.
yeah,
But-
let's do bees. Bees
Let's
is
move
going to
on.
be pretty quick.
No,
Bees
the
is really
hospital.
quick,
I
but
think the hospital were the people who have already been used in the experiments. Either they didn't take, or they're people that have already done their little Manchurian bullshit.
Oh yeah, because most people die or they get arrested or
yeah.
That was your favorite part, Mike?
No, I was just saying that's what I thought about that. I mean, I think what we watched was some very low level MK Ultra shit.
Oh,
And-
obviously.
and I think what they were
That's
trying to
all
say
it
is like you have these glorious MK Ultra Manchurian candidates, but then you also have these like shitty ones. You know, you have these ones that are great. Yeah, you have your Born Identity dudes.
Yeah.
But then you also have these ones. And you can't do too much with them. And you got a little scanner out of it here or there. You had somebody who killed cops looking for the scanner. But I think the moral of this movie is that MK Ultra isn't always that cool.
Mm.
Wait,
It's literally never been cool.
I think that's the episode, guys. Let's.
Did we talk about? We didn't talk about beat. We got.
We didn't talk about the
Yeah,
bees, so there
so-
weren't that many
Oh,
bees.
But there
sorry.
aren't that many.
My favorite part was the Cialis commercial, I think.
Okay.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Brains, we had
briefed
brains.
that.
Or when he was literally
old
scanning.
man
That was pretty
a-
cool.
That was cool.
Okay,
Is
we
he a
got
scientist?
brains.
Like, is
we
he-
got
is he a-
blades? Blasts.
Where did we have?
does
We
a
did have
scalpel
blades.
Count as a blade?
And the butcher knife.
I thought that was just Mike.
and he had a straight razor at the beginning. He like
Yes.
threw it at the
Oh,
cops.
yeah.
Lots of
Yeah.
knife culture represented.
There's like quite a few knives. No butterfly knives, but
No butterfly knives.
I didn't
Yeah,
expect
there was
that
a
in this
lot of
stuff.
stabbing.
We did have boobs.
at the
did
end,
we?
there's,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
kind
And
of.
then she had
boobs,
like a cut smile thing going
Yeah.
on when
Mhm.
it was designed literally for you to be like boobs and then it's like I think
Yeah,
it was very
it's
strategic.
there at the end.
Yeah.
Brains.
No butts.
Yes,
Not
we had that
really.
mom butt.
But it was covered in denim.
Denim's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
What's
But a
wrong with
long
denim?
front.
There's a long
There's nothing
front.
wrong with denim,
Yeah.
but like traditionally,
We had a long
have not
front.
counted that. We
He
did have a
grabbed
long
the butt
front.
though. He grabbed Bill House of the
Hey,
Haunting.
did we just have a long butt?
I think I've like
That's a
watched-
mom butt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Still kind of
Mom
long.
butt.
Still kind of long.
There's a place
khakis
for
or
mom
something.
butts on Longbutt Island, I believe.
He's got a long front.
Oh, now it seems very long.
Yeah,
Look
he
how-
reached all the way down to
Yeah,
her.
look how low he reached to grab her ass.
If he puts his long front on her mom butt, does that create a long mom
Perfect.
butt?
Perfect for each other.
There's a lot of pleats. That's all I know, which isn't a B, but
He did grab it.
It was like the back of her knee, but it was still around the area.
We had a boy.
I guess
We had a boy.
There's boy and there's
That doesn't
boy,
count. We're
boy
not gonna-
breast.
Boy's not a thing. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't want to
There was
count
blood.
boys.
Stop being weird.
I don't want to count boys too. Oh, you
All
said
right,
you
cut
don't
that,
want to
cut
count
that,
boys.
cut that, cut that, cut that.
There was,
There's not really beasts. There's just imagined aliens, I would say.
Oh no, there was that guy that looked like the Fly kind of at
yeah.
the beginning. It was real wet.
there was
Yeah,
the
that-
guy that, looked
That
like
was
the
more
Crypt
like a
Keeper.
ghoul, wasn't it? Like he was just like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But then
There's
there was the
ghoul and there's
cricket.
an alien guy.
The cricket
too.
alien. Because when you look at the composites they put together, It was like an alien, really scary alien and a cricket. They just like threw it in there.
Yeah.
Almost like The Fly.
Yeah. It's not big on bees. No
Cronenberg-ish.
boats. No
boats.
boardrooms.
Mm-hmm.
There should be boardrooms. I think there's boardrooms in the original Scanners, but this is more of a cop movie.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get to see like the corporate aspect of it, which is like definitely a part of the original.
Yeah.
But this movie definitely doesn't have it.
No.
Yeah. So pretty light on the bees.
There's a weird
Beds.
briefcase
Lots of beds.
with a lie detector in it.
Yeah, the same kind that we used in the upcoming film Dickhead.
Yeah, I hear it might. I hear that movie might exist.
The 2023
Big
film?
fan.
Probably 2024. But yeah.
2024 film
Oh, okay.
Dickhead from unacclaimed director Justin Petty.
Mm.
I'm bringing it back.
Oh, hey guys.
I'm
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me, guys. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, so the bees, pretty light on the bees. We've covered our favorite parts. I don't know, like, do we want to just go ahead and rate this thing?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Bottles of poison, bottles of perfume. That's
Let's go with, I mean, normally we do bags of trash, but yeah, I think bottles of perfume.
Works for this one.
Oh yeah.
Bottles condoms.
Of chloroform.
Chloroform. Bottles of chloroform.
Let's start with Justin. JP, how many bags of trash for 1993's Scanner Cop?
I think I'm gonna give it 4.
Wow.
Yeah,
I-
it's a little
I
higher
had
than
fun
I would
with this.
expect. Yeah, it was good.
Like we were talking a lot through it, but like it was always because something in it was instigating conversation. Like it was a fun watch with a group of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good group of guys. Okay. So 4 bags from Justin. Apocalypse, how many bags?
So I'm not giving it bags of trash. I'm not putting it on the trash scale. I will go with the bottles of chloroform. I will give it 3 spray bottles of chloroform. Only
3 sprays of chloroform.
3 spray bottles. That's
3
a lot
spritzes.
more. 3 spritzes. Only because it was fun and the special effects practical.
They're pretty
effects
good. They're an
were-
improvement on the original film.
There and the cinematography was
Yeah.
fun. I liked whoever DP'd this had fun doing it and had I don't know if their vision came in or if the lighting department was just like, well, I don't care about your vision, we're just lighting it blue.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, but it was fun and the cinematography came together in a way that I felt like it had a little more production value than the script really called for.
Yeah, it just felt like a movie that was made like 5 years before. You know, it didn't feel bad. It just felt like a little outdated for the time.
Yeah. So JD, how many bags of trash?
I was gonna give it 3 as well.
Okay.
Because yeah, it was really fun watching it with you guys, but I could use more of like a little more action or violence, or I don't know. Like if I'm rating it based on like a B movie scale, kind of like what I'm looking for. There's only that one head explosion,
Which was a good head explosion.
It was great, and I love the little baby faces coming out of that guy's head and everything.
Yeah, it's got some interesting takes on the original Scanners thing. I think it's not bad.
Like, what movie have y'all given 5 bags to?
Oh, only Neil Breen.
Okay, see, that's what I mean. That's the scale I'm basing it on.
Yeah, I
There,
think
but
if
we
went
had
back,
one other instance where
I
we
think like
we
Lady
declared it not a
Terminator
trash
might get
movie.
one.
Oh wow.
yeah, we keep talking about Lady Terminator.
Lady
as if
Terminator, we
it's
get
like
5.
perfect, which I think it is,
Dude, but if you
Yeah.
see how many Jaws spin-offs, I'm not talking about the
We've
ones that were
seen
like
some.
made after like around the same time, but the ones that are made now, even there's like
yeah, God, they're
Yeah,
terrible.
But
there's-
see, we really have a cutoff in the 80s, but sometimes,
Okay.
sometimes it seeps over into the
Yeah.
90s because we just
Yeah.
stumble upon one that's from the 90s. But realistically, we try to
But,
stay.
Mike, every single one of the Neil Breen's movie was in. Were in the
Right, I
top
was not
Neil-
saying anything can break
Oh.
out of this
Yeah.
thing. It's
yeah.
just easier for
Neil
films.
Breen also is a different thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's the king of trash. movies.
Trash movies can exist
Yeah.
at any time, but I think like the problem nowadays is like people are trying to intentionally make trash movies
Yes.
that don't come off as
Yeah.
authentic.
Yeah, that's the problem with you suggested watching. Was it Llamageddon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't
Like
actually ever watch the
I want to
trailer.
see it. It's just I can tell people are like tryhards, so it's like
Yeah.
I don't want to subject everyone to that. We want to see something that like people were trying and like sort of trying to make the best movie, but end up making something weird and
Yeah, it's hard
trashy.
not to go
Yeah.
horror
And
with that.
It's hard not to go horror, and it's hard, honestly, not to go sci-fi.
hmm
But that's
This is
kind of why we
sci-fi
avoid those two.
horror.
Yeah, this was a good.
But it's a good
break
case, I
from the
think.
norm.
I mean, it kind of brings up a good point. Like, where do we draw the line from between B movies and trash movies? Like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
this
It
is like
doesn't- this
more
doesn't
of
have
a,
that,
a
like,
B movie for sure.
organic bad quality that like was accidentally done. This,
this
Yeah,
was
purpose, and this is the
the
studio.
script was bad.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's bad, obviously.
right.
But the
this is,
acting
like, a
wasn't so
kind of a
bad. Like it
classic
was,
B
you know.
movie.
No, my
The
dad would
acting
not
was
watch this movie. My dad, who has a higher standard of films than me,
Yeah.
would not
reason-
even entertain this movie. Which,
But it's
Would-
there's
but would it
definitely
entertain him?
crossover. There's
Well, it feels like that
crossover
Pierce
between-
Brosnan thing you pulled up. You know, it's probably pretty close
Yeah.
to that. You know, like not too far off from it.
There's just definitely crossover between B movies and trash movies. It's just
oh, for sure,
it's hard
there
for a
is.
B movie with a bunch of B movie producers and actors to create trash
Accidentally.
if they're doing if they're it's like when they make their their beautiful mistake movie
yeah,
together.
because trash
if
movies,
they're-
like, you're always kind of you find yourself rooting for them. Like as the more you watch it, like
Right.
the more you want it to keep getting
This
worse
one's-
because
Oh,
like
yeah.
you're proud of it almost.
Yeah, this one kind of like glances, it's like sort of tiptoeing into trash at times because of I think sometimes the actors and I think the production being in the weird places sort of like pushes
Well,
it.
and the fact that it's a fourth movie and like
Yeah, like that's the only
Oh, yeah.
reason why we're watching it
Right.
is because it's a
Right.
fourth installment.
Oh,
in a
Joey, did
thing
you know
that no
there's-
one cares about?
But
there's
that
an
makes it,
Exterminator sequel.
Oh yeah, we
We
should
need to watch. We need to watch that.
I have had that on my list. I hear it's not as good, but
Well, obviously,
I don't care.
Exterminator
watch
was one
more.
of those trash movies that I think were like almost like, how can you not give it 5?
Yeah, it's
Mm.
it's pretty good. I wouldn't mind watching Parole Violators again on here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I'll watch
Or
that
like
again.
Street
just so we
Trash,
can
maybe.
talk about it. Yeah, Street Trash too.
Yeah.
That one's
Uh,
like interesting because it brings in a whole other like, are the people who made this like complete racist assholes?
Yes,
Right.
more than likely.
But is it good still? I guess that's a discussion to have. But anyway, yeah.
So Joey, how many bags of trash?
I'm going to give this 3 bottles of chloroform inside of like a half a bag of trash. Like people were throwing away the chloroform bottles because they decided
Mm.
not to chloroform people, and then like a street cleaner accidentally nicked the top of the bag, but the chloroform bottles were heavy and they were in the bottom of the bag. So there's a bunch of trash flown everywhere, but the bottles are just kind of laying in that bag
This is already a
that's
better
been
movie.
cut in
than-
half. Yeah,
Love
so it's kind of like 3.5 essentially.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Cool. Let me do the math real quick.
What did you give it?
How
Adam?
many kids popping top?
Cut that.
Yeah, cut that scene.
Yeah, so for me, it's 3 bags. The special effects are just so fucking good, and like it's shot decently, it's acted decently, but I think it's just it doesn't have like quite the charm that I want out of a trash movie, you know? Like,
Yeah, it just
It is more of a B movie.
It
than a
tiptoes.
trash
It
movie.
tiptoes. It tiptoes in trash, but it doesn't quite go full trash.
Right. So yeah,
But it's
I
got
think
all
that's
the
why we were
elements.
able to talk over it so much.
yeah, that's why we were able to talk about Showgirls and The Matrix and Neil Breen, and like we talked about 4 or 5 other movies.
Boiling points.
We talked about
Boiling
a
points of
lot of
cum.
random things. Yeah.
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 What was that rant you were going on while they were doing the scanning, and the music was building, and you were like really
what were
getting
you
into
talking
it?
about?
I have zero clue.
Oh man,
So much aggression.
Yeah,
roll that
and-
clip back.
Roll that
Yeah,
clip back.
let's
Roll,
roll it
that
back.
clip, Joey.
I think like the way women talk about men's penises, like, oh, he's just 6 inches, or oh, well, 7 but no girth. Like when when guys for some reason start being sizist, even if it's just joking, if we start being sizist about about feet, most women have small feet and they get really insecure. If they think the guy is into big feet,
Hold
They
on.
get-
What the
they
This
get-
music with your rant is not helping. Look at it. If they get sizes, okay. Whew, all right.
Oh, he uses his scanning powers to like
He
make
just
faces. Oh, so that's what it was.
Yeah.
well, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, I remember now.
that was a lot of process.
Wish I hadn't brought it up.
Speaking of scanning, I think that we have a supercut of every scan that he did in the movie.
No, we don't. We don't have
No,
a
we-
super cut.
Time you
We
made that face.
definitely don't have. I tell you
We're
what,
not
we have a
rolling back
supercut
on
of every scan done in the movie as soon as we have a rough cut of Dickhead. How does that sound?
Oh, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so
Once
by
I see
the
So it's
Dickhead, I think I'll be
December,
able
by the
to-
time the
And,
episode
Hey,
is
Joey,
Monday.
Joey, let's produce a Dickhead comic book and complete it before he finishes editing Dickhead.
We'll have the sequel to Dickhead basically illustrated and printed and sold.
So the petty shame continues.
I've
Yeah.
already done that. I have a
Wait,
comic
should
book with
we-
your dickheads in it.
Do we write and produce a sequel to Dickhead and have it come out before Dickhead comes out?
Oh man.
That's
We
so
don't have
fucking
the
meta.
balls.
None of
it's
y'all
like a
have the
Swedish
balls to
version.
finish a script.
We got to figure out. Yeah, I'd have to look at the script to remember how it ended. Does Ivan exist at the end? Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't about.
Yeah.
Hey Joey, the movie hasn't come out yet, and you're just fucking talking about the ending.
Oh,
Cut
shit.
that.
We'll
Cut
cut,
that,
it.
cut that,
Don't
cut that,
worry,
cut that,
Justin.
cut that.
We'll cut it.
Spoiler.
I'm so sorry.
We should put a spoiler
everyone
alert
who-
at the beginning
I
of this.
doubt it. If
No,
Joey
see, now
edits
Justin
it,
has
Joey
to
doesn't
like
let me-
edit
about
the entire
spoilers.
film. now.
So, all right, so that was Scanner Cop, 1994, direct to video. That's fun. Averaged 3.3 bags of trash from these guys. So that's, yeah. Thanks for joining us on this week's episode of the
Trash
Hang
Movie
on.
Kings. I'm your host,
You got
Adam
any
Edwards.
shout outs?
Shout out to fried chicken.
Oh, yeah, that kid was eating fried
Fried
chicken like
chicken.
crazy.
That's about it. And Canada.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Canada.
Shout out, shout out to Russia.
What up, yo?
Shout
Big shout out to Putin.
That's the
all
title of
big
the
fan.
episode. Shout out to Russia.
Just one more
Shout
shout
out-
out to oil derricks in people's backyards. I just
Hell
thought
yeah.
That's a good
That's
one.
fucking weird.
Shout out to the
unnecessary prosthetics.
shout out
Oh,
to
yeah.
the rich getting richer.
I mean, that's what they do.
Shout
Well-
out to scanning a mugshot into Microsoft Paint.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he really did.
Or like Mario Paint, really.
Yeah, whatever.
It was-
It's awesome.
Scanners really being computer scanners is shout out. If this movie invented that idea, shout out to this movie for real.
Shout out
Very
to
cool,
Short
very
Circuit.
cool. More
Yeah.
input.
Cool. Well, y'all just keep doing shout outs as you think of them because I'm going to wrap up the show. But yeah,
That's
that's
a good looking
That's
dog.
Shout out to size 8 feet.
Size 8 feet.
Mhm.
Witches.
Shout out
witches
to
had
Dr.
big
Tarot.
mouths.
There.
Shout out to tarot readings.
Shout out to good sideburns.
Shout out to sideburns. Shout out to everyone who disagreed with us talking about Anna Nicole Smith's feet.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, guys, you can't apply sex to a feet. Like, I mean,
If
you can have sex with feet, but you can't apply a sex to feet.
I just disagree.
And like,
However-
look, here's the deal. If you have an issue with anything that we discuss on this show, just email
Please let us know. Let us know if
Email
we're
us.
assholes.
My
Email
people are watching.
email inbox. is
Email
empty.
us. Email us.
What's our email?
Email
Our
us.
email is trashmoviekings@gmail.com.
In a previous episode, I offered a $5 bounty to anybody that emailed.
Let's up it. Let's up it to
Here's
$10.
He's done. What are we gonna up it to today?
$10 bounty.
Title your email "feet or non-binary" and then send it on over. Complaints, praise, whatever you want to send.
No,
Send me your
no,
Venmo.
if-
and
Oh,
it is-
whoa, hey,
Whoa, that's gross.
We've got
That's
a foot right
gross.
there.
All right.
I've been
That's
told
a
I have
long
gross
front if I ever
feet,
saw one.
so
Yeah,
anyway, I'm allowed to let them be judged. I don't
Oh,
really
yeah.
give a fuck.
Oh.
They're-
Mhm.
So yeah, email
Oh,
us.
here we go.
Well, if we're
I'm just
judging
glad-
feet,
Ugh.
I'm just
Put
glad
those
you have
away.
pants on, 'cause,
put away your
Follow us.
claws.
Put those fucking clompers up.
Follow us at Trash Movie Kings on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good shit. Yeah, this was Scanner Cop. I'm your host, Adam Edwards. Joining me this week, Joey Graham, Apocalypse Howell, Justin Petty, and special guest JD Karpicki. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, shout out to this episode never getting released.
Yeah, I agree.
What are
We'll
you
just
talking
plug.
about?
We'll just plug
Come out
JD's
next
stuff.
week.
yeah, it's just